What's going on, Mitchell Renz? Harrison Graham here. We got a Todd McShay mock draft reaction. So McShay released his latest mock draft, and Harrison and I, we're going to go picks from 1 all the way down to 32, and we want you guys interacting with us here on Chat Sports, letting us know what you think of each pick. Now, Harrison, if you had the first overall pick in the NFL draft, who would you go with? Who should be the number 1 pick? Throw it in the comments section.
If I didn't need a quarterback, it would be Chase Young.
Okay.
But it looks like the Cincinnati Bengals will have the number 1 pick, so I would go Joe Burrow. But if you don't need a quarterback, Chase Young, in my opinion, is absolutely the pick if you have the number 1 pick in this year's draft.
So who should be the number 1 pick in the 2020 NFL Draft? Chat Sports, we are the most interactive YouTube channel out there, and we want you guys throwing that in the comments section. So let's look at the number 1 pick for Todd McShay. He has Joe Burrow, quarterback of LSU, Heisman winner, going to the Cincinnati Bengals. He's going to be able to fix all their problems, right, Harrison?
I wouldn't say that, Mitch, but it's crazy how Burrow has built his stock like this. He was a fringe draft prospect after last season, and the year he had at LSU and winning the Heisman has vaulted him into the projected number 1 pick. Almost 5,000 yards, 48 touchdowns against your 6 interceptions. This makes sense. Kids from Ohio. The Bengals need some hope, and as much as great as Chase Young is, you know how you sell hope? Get a young quarterback in there, and Joe Burrow can provide that. He has a good attitude, would bring great energy. I think this makes sense.
The number 2 pick, Chase Young, defensive end out of Ohio State. The Giants, I feel like they're always trying to get defensive linemen.
But this makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
You got your quarterback in Daniel Jones. Chase Young.
Do you have your quarterback, though?
Well, okay, they feel like they have their quarterback in Daniel Jones, and if Burrow's not there, then it's not even a discussion, which I don't think he'll be there. Chase Young, 16.5 sacks, 21 tackles for loss. He's the most explosive player coming off the edge.
He's the best player in the draft.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look, if you're the number 2 or 3 team and he's sitting there, you got to be feeling pretty good about that. So Chase Young to the Giants, I agree with McShay on this.
The number 3 pick to the Washington Redskins is wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. We talked a little bit about rumors. You said they like what Dwayne Haskins does. I'll be honest, I'm not too thrilled with this pick. I like Jeudy, but I think it's a little high.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a little high. This might be one of those situations where it's, okay, Young's gone. We have our quarterback, so let's get a speedy wide receiver. McLaurin, more of a possession guy. Jeudy, more of a burner. I like the fit. Don't like the value at number 3. I think it's too high.
And we talked to Tom Down. He released a mock draft of his own. If you guys want to go check that out, it's youtube.com/chatsportstv. So here are Tom Downey's top 5 wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Tee Higgins, and Laviska Shenault. But we want to know from everyone who's watching right now, who is the best wide receiver on screen? If you think it's Lamb, type 1. If you think it's Jeudy, type 2. If you think it's Ruggs, type 3. If you think it's Higgins, type 4. And if you think it's Shenault, type 5. We're going to keep this up on screen for a little bit. We want to see what the votes come in. Who do you think is the best receiver? Kapler says 2. Dalton Smith says 1. Colton Plays says 1. Reckless Matt says 1. Who on screen is the best wide receiver? Harrison, are you typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I think CeeDee Lamb's the most complete one. He can burn. He can go over the middle. He's fat. He's strong. Wimply tacklers just bounce off this guy. He's a really, really good player. Judy's the best deep threat guy on screen, so I understand that fit for Washington, but I'm typing my 1 for CeeDee.
I'm also going to type my 1 for CeeDee Lamb. Let's talk about the number 4 overall pick, Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback from Alabama, going to the Dolphins. There's been rumors. We've talked about it. They're going to be tanking for Tua. Well, here you go. McShay's giving it to you.
Yeah, and, the hip injury is serious. All signs are that he's going to make a full recovery. The question is, should he still be a top 5 pick? And, I think this is one of those scenarios where do you want to risk trading down and trying to get this guy later in the first round? If you're Miami and you're sold on Tua, you just take him at number 4 because you got to get a franchise quarterback. I actually like the way Miami has played the back half of this season. Devontae Parker, that breakout year finally happened.
Dude, he looks
4
good.
years, $40 million. They've got some pieces in place. Got to get that quarterback. Tua to the Dolphins. I don't love it at number 4, but they need a quarterback. And I think after Burrow, Tua's the safest bet.
I'll give you something you guys will love. Daily videos from Chat Sports. If you pride yourself on staying up to date on the latest NFL rumors and news, you need to subscribe to Chat Sports, youtube.com/chatsportstv, where, like I said, we're dropping videos, rumors, and news. And if you like an interactive show, we do a live chat Q&A. That Q&A will be coming up a little bit, so make sure you're subscribed turn on those notifications so you don't miss anything. Daily videos, rumors and news, live chat, all here at Chat Sports. Let's look at now the number 5 pick, cornerback out of Ohio State, Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah, look, this is a strong cornerback class. Ohio State's got a couple of defensive backs that are going to be drafted high. I like this pick for the Detroit Lions. Their defense down the stretch this year, really, really bad. They just committed to Matt Patricia for another year, so I like this pick at number 5.
CeeDee Lamb, number 6 to the Arizona Cardinals. We're giving Kyler Murray a little bit more. We had him as our number 1 wide receiver, at least Tom did. I mean, look at these numbers. They speak for themselves.
I love the way CeeDee Lamb plays in terms from an attitude perspective. Refuses to go down. A lot of receivers just want to fall down or run out of bounds. Not CeeDee Lamb. He looks for contact at times. 21 yards a catch. Are you kidding me?
Laughable.
14 touchdowns. He is a terrific player.
Those aren't regular analytics.
Pair him with his former teammate and Kyler Murray in Arizona, Cliff Kingsbury. It's a nice little combo if he gets drafted by the Cardinals.
Let's look now at the Jets. They're going to go Andrew Thomas. You're probably going to go with an offensive lineman, help protect Sam Darnold. Maybe they can establish a little bit of a running game. Number 8, linebacker out of Clemson, Isaiah Simmons. He's one of my favorite players. I think his versatility at linebacker, heck, he can even drop back and play safety. It's one of the reasons why Clemson is pretty flippin' good, Harrison. So there's different philosophies out there. This is an interesting one. I like this question that you put in here. Better draft philosophy. Are you a drafter for need, or do you draft for best available? What would you guys do? If you're an NFL GM, would you draft based on need or best available? So type N for need or type B for best available.
In most scenarios, I'm very much draft for best available because I've seen teams like the Cowboys in the past, like they took a Tristan Hill last year. He's not close to the best available player on the board when you take him. They like the fit, so they drafted him. Take the best player available unless you need a quarterback and you like the quarterbacks left on the board. Other than that, I'm very much in most situations drafting for best available. I just think if you draft good, of course it does depend.
If you're a bad team in the top 10, you take best available because you have so many needs.
True.
If you're a team that's later on in the draft, you probably need to start filling needs. So that's my philosophy.
But if you're the Bengals, Joe Burrow is not the best player. But you take him because you need a quarterback and you got to sell your fan base on hope. So that is an example of that. But keep those votes rolling in. Do you want to type for need or type for best available?
Reckless Matt, he agrees with you. All right, let's go to pick number 9, Carolina Panthers. Derrick Brown, defensive tackle out of Auburn. Big boy.
Yeah, I know Tom really likes his game. One of the best defensive linemen in this year's draft. Carolina's defense has really struggled down the stretch, so this makes sense.
Number 10, Justin Herbert, quarterback out of Oregon. I guess this means no more Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, it just feels like it's over, right, for Rivers.
It should be. He's 37 years old. He's got 9 kids. He probably should stop chasing that ring. But let's look at Tom Downey's top 5 quarterbacks. So we've already seen 2 quarterbacks go off the board on Todd McShay's latest NFL mock draft. Joe Burrow went 1 to the Cincinnati Bengals. Justin Herbert, he went number 10 to the Chargers. Now here's Tom's top 5. But we want to know from everyone who's watching right now. If you think Joe Burrow is the best quarterback, type 1. If you think Justin Herbert's the best quarterback, type 2. If you think Tua, 3. Jake Fromm, I'll laugh at you. And Jacob Eason, I'll also laugh at you. So I think it's between 1, 2, and 3. Who's the best quarterback up here?
I think it's Burrow. I think he's established himself as that. His accuracy, you can't teach accuracy, and he's got that.
Who do you think has the highest upside?
Before the injury, maybe. Honestly, you're going to laugh. Eason might have the highest upside.
Oh, my God.
6'6", rocket arm. I think his upside is huge. I just don't trust him to ever reach it. He's got some Jay Cutler in him, where he's got
Cutler's terrible.
But he's got all the stuff, right? Huge arm, can make all the throws, but is he going to be consistent enough? I think that's why I would stay away from him.
Mike's comment, Jacob Eason, oh my. Mike, we're on the same page.
I'm talking about upside, all right, guys? I'm not saying I would draft him. Just talking about upside.
Best quarterback in the 2020 NFL draft. Guess what? It's not him. Let's go to pick number 11 here of the Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, cornerback from Stanford, Paulson Adebo. So I talked about him a little bit today on the Raiders Report. And if you're a Raiders fan, go check it out, youtube.com/Raiders Report. I mean, one of the biggest needs for this team is cornerback, secondary. And Adebo, he's going to at least fill that need. The issue, though, when I look at Tom's top 5 cornerbacks, Adebo doesn't even fit in here to Tom's top 5 corners, so that started making me scratch my head because I respect Tom and everything that he does, and I like the fact that the Raiders went out and filled a need, But picking Adebo here at number 11 feels a little bit of like a Cleveland Furl pick to me, where you're maybe just trying to hit a single instead of hitting a home run. Not too crazy about it. Let's go to pick number 12 now of the Denver Broncos, safety out of LSU, Grant Delpit.
Yeah, I like his game. He's one of those, another great defensive back out of LSU. Broncos need help everywhere. To me, this is drafting best available. Grant Delpit, the safety out of LSU.
Now we're talking about the NFL draft, and if you like betting on college football, NFL, NBA, if you're just like a sports bettor like Harrison and I, you got to go to BetDSI. It's the internet's #1 sports book. So use that promo code NFL120 when you go to that link below, chatsports.com/bet. That's going to hook you up with a 120% deposit bonus. Go get started with BetDSI. Let's go to number 13, or I guess I should say pick 13, CJ Henderson out of Florida. Am I the only one that gets nervous about defensive backs from Florida? No, I think so. Let's look at now number 14, Tee Higgins, wide receiver from Clemson. Going to the Browns, maybe giving Baker a little bit of help here.
Yeah, and this tells me that McShay believes that Odell Beckham might be on the move outside of Cleveland. Maybe they change it, trade him in the offseason. If he's still there, I completely disagree with taking a receiver if you're Cleveland. I think you can beef up that offensive line. There's issues on defense there. Unless Beckham is gone, that is the only way I would go wide receiver in round 1.
Totally agree with you. I mean, there are plenty of rumors around OBJ. Go check out our latest video on Chat Sports around some NFL rumors around OBJ. Justin Jefferson, another wide receiver out of LSU. He's going to go to the Colts. Maybe you give Jacoby Brissett a little extra help there. And then another wide receiver, 3 straight wide receivers, Laviska Shenault Jr. out of Colorado. So there's been some interesting articles out there that Shenault is kind of like a Julio Jones type of player. At least he has that upside. Now, if the Raiders were to draft Shenault, this is what I think that their depth chart would look like next year. You got Tyrell as your number 1, Shenault, Hunter Renfrow, but the Las Vegas Raiders, it sounds weird saying it, they need a wide receiver. They need somebody for Derek Carr, maybe going out and getting a player like Laviska Shenault who can do it all for you. Maybe it's a smart option.
To me, it's 1A, 1B. I think Shenault could evolve into that number 1 receiver, which is what you need because I think you would agree Tyrell Williams is a number 2 guy, and obviously the AB thing really screwed that up there in Oakland. Hopefully when they move to Vegas, they can get a guy like Shenault to evolve into a number 1 receiver.
Now, Laviska Shenault is actually one of my favorite players. I love everything that he's done at Colorado. He does it all for them. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns this year. So, Harrison, I want you to name your favorite player in the NFL draft. Out of all the players out there, maybe we went over them, maybe we didn't. Who is your favorite player in the NFL draft right now?
The cop-out answer is Chase Young, right? So I will go in a different direction. I love J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State, Travis Etienne as well. I love the running backs in this class. And
I like Isaiah Simmons.
Simmons is a good one. I'm a TCU alum. Keep an eye on Jalen Reagor, the receiver. He is going to tear up the combine. He's going to run a 4.3. His vertical is going to be off the charts. Lots of receivers in this class.
One of the most interesting names, Jew who swings snakes, says Chase Young. Interesting names here at Chat Sports. Let's go to pick 17, Javon Kinlaw, defensive lineman from South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Bucs need defense, right?
They need a lot.
Say what you want about Jameis and the offense. They're putting up points. Got to get stops.
They're also turning the ball over more than almost anyone. He's got 24 interceptions, and he's got to do it without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. He's going to throw 20 picks this week. Number 18 pick here for the Philadelphia Eagles. We got Henry Ruggs, good wide receiver out of Alabama. Number 19, Raekwon Davis, defensive lineman out of Bama. And then Curtis Weaver, linebacker for Boise. That rounds out the top 20. Let's get into pick 21. DeAndre Swift, running back for Georgia. And then you got Xavier McKinney, defensive back, Bama, at pick 22 to the Cowboys.
Pause for just a second. Is Derrick Henry not in Tennessee? I mean, did I forget something here? I mean, McShay does good work, but this one's a bit puzzling. That guy's pretty good. Former Alabama running back. I would not go running back in round 1 if I was Tennessee. McKinney to the Cowboys, though, safety out of Alabama. This would go against everything the Cowboys have believed in. They never value the safety position. I think he would be a great fit there. I know Tom would love it. He was begging them to draft a safety last year, but historically the Cowboys do not value safeties, so this would surprise me. To me, the Cowboys have 3 big needs, Mitch. Defensive tackle, cornerback, safety. All on the defensive side of the ball, so this would certainly fill one of those needs. But again, the Cowboys typically do not draft safeties.
Now, if you guys are big Cowboys fans, subscribe to youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. We know we have a lot of Cowboys supporters here, so So we want you to throw in your comments. Cowboys at the Eagles. Predict the winner. We talked about it a little bit before on the show. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL120 to get your bets in. I'm going to bet on the Cowboys to beat the Eagles. I just think Dak owns Carson Wentz. Now, Harrison, where somebody just said impeach Jason Garrett from your boy Halo. Sam Reese is also going to go with the Eagles. Let's get in now to pick 23. Buffalo Bills, wide receiver out of Arizona State.
Lots of receivers in this class. Josh Allen could use more weapons up there in Buffalo. Cole Beasley's been a nice slot player for them. Not lots of talent on the outside. He would offer just that.
Alex Leatherwood, number 24 overall, from Alabama to the Dolphins. Let's get in now to the 25th pick here. Bryce Hall going to the Minnesota Vikings. Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama.
Another Bama receiver. Who would have thought?
Right, 26. And then Marvin Wilson, defensive tackle from Florida State at 27. And to the Chiefs, Christian Fulton. I'll let you take this one because I think this is a steal.
Yeah, the quarterback out of LSU, Christian Fulton. I've said for a while the Chiefs need cornerback help, and it's really going to be even more true next season because in the Chiefs' defensive, in their defense, these corners have played a lot better, but they've got 3 that are going to be free agents in 2020. Mo Claiborne's going to be a free agent. Kendall Fuller's going to be a free agent. They got guys in that secondary that are going to be. Bashad Breeland's another one who is going to be a free agent. Christian Fulton is a guy that you could bring in here. You put opposite of Charvarius Ward. Maybe you bring Kendall Fuller back. He could really, really help this Chiefs secondary. If you want to go subscribe to the Chiefs channel, chatsports.com/Chiefs. Lots of Chiefs coverage over there, putting videos out every single week. So I'll ask you guys this. What's the Chiefs' biggest need? I still think it's cornerback, but I don't think it's as glaring as it was maybe 2 months ago.
I could not agree with you more. I think when you go back and you look at the Chiefs' entire season, earlier in the year I was like, there is no way that they're going to be able to, I'll say, keep up with some of these other teams.
They played a lot better.
And now they've been playing a lot better. The cold weather might have a little bit to do with it, but the Chiefs team has been playing a lot better. So what's the Chiefs' biggest need? Throw it in the comments section. Now, we have an unbelievable deal. Take advantage of this right now. Chatsports.com/NFL jersey. If you need a stocking stuffer, if you need to put something underneath the tree, right now we got some unbelievable jersey deals. Josh Jacobs, you want that? You want Christian McCaffrey? We talked about him being maybe the best running back in the NFL. Hundreds of jerseys. Chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Harrison, if you could ask for one jersey, what would it be?
Already got it. Already ordered it from Fanatics. It's Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Why would you order
it's
another
back there
one?
Somewhere. I might get another one.
Somebody wants to get me a Josh Jacobs jersey. Click the link below. Hook up your boy. Chatsports.com/NFL jersey. Let's go to pick number 29 now to the Saints. AJ
Epineza.
Epineza.
I'm here.
I appreciate that.
I'm picking you up when you're falling short.
Regular analytics, regular words with Mitchell Rentz. Tristan Riffs, offensive lineman out of Iowa.
We're struggling here. J.K. Dobbins, the 49ers. I'll take things over, Mitch. You're struggling over there. This was interesting, though, right, Mitch? Because
makes no sense.
They got about 26 running backs on the 49ers. I love J.K. Dobbins, one of my favorite players in this class. He's one of the best college running backs ever, especially if you were to go back for a senior season statistically. But you look at their depth chart. They've got Breida, Mostert, Coleman, Jeff Wilson Jr. Derrick McKinnon might come back next year.
McKinnon's making $8.5 million. Not sure if you cut him, it's $4 million. Then you got Mostert, who's set to make $3.2 million. If you cut him, it's only $666K. Tevin Coleman, who you just went out and got, making $4.9 million. Zero dead cap hit. Breida's a restricted free agent. Jeff Wilson is an exclusive rights free agent. They got so many running backs. Yes, I get it, they're a complete team, but why not maybe put some offensive weapons around Jimmy Garoppolo?
Go receiver, go cornerback. They could use corner help. Sherman's getting older.
Made no sense to me. So that's why we're getting the freak out. And then the last pick of the mock draft, Yetur Gross-Matos, defensive end out of PSU. Can I get a We
name,
Are?
by the way.
Oh, my God. It's
best
a great
name in the draft?
Potentially the best name in the entire draft. So we got AJ, Tristan, J.K. Dobbins, and Yetur Gross-Matos.